Welcome back, folks, to some old Broken Sword 2. Let's check out this huge statue here.
I doubted I could sneak this enormous stone out under my jacket.
You definitely could. Just hide it in your coochie pop.
It was a hair clip.
Alright, Nico is equipped with a bag and a hair clip. Fantastic.
It was a stone identical in size and style to the coyote stone.
Ooh.
However, this stone bore the image of a jaguar.
A Jaguar. She should do the Jaguar commercials for the cars.
Can I help you, miss?
What can you tell me about that stone with a jaguar on it?
The so-called Jaguar stone was brought back from the Americas by Sir Francis Drake and presented, along with the more famous scrying mirror, to John Dee.
What's this scrying mirror?
It's a little square of polished obsidian. Mine it is.
And what does it do?
Well, it's a bit like a crystal ball, except flat and black, and you can't see anything in it. Old man Dee had a psychic who reckoned he could speak to the angels through it. I think he was taking Dee for a ride myself. The old loony didn't like the stone, though. Reckoned it was tainted by the devil. Come along, miss. I'll show you the mirror. There. John Dee's famous scrying mirror, given to him by Francis Drake.
Do you know if this mirror has any relevance to Tezcatlipoca?
Oh? Tis that I can't even say it. Ah, there's someone here who'll be able to help you better than me.
I wonder who it is.
This young lady has some
Oh, yeah.
questions to ask, Professor. I think she's from France.
Professor Roubillet?
Eh? What?
You two know each other, do you? Excuse me, the telephone.
We meet again.
Mademoiselle? France, eh?
Yes, I believe that's where you live, Professor.
I have a house there, on the outskirts of Paris, but I haven't been back for many months.
What can you tell me about the Jaguar stone, Professor?
It's obsidian, from the Chichen Itza region.
Professor Roubillet, your taxi's here.
If you'll excuse me, I have some urgent business to attend to at the docks.
Can you answer me some questions about the Jaguar stone?
Certainly, miss. If you just step this way.
What the hell?
It's gone. Some sods half-inched it.
Half-inched?
Stolen it, miss. Never mind. The silent alarm will have been tripped. I'm afraid nobody can leave until our crack security team gets here.
How long will that take?
Could be a while. I think it's their tea break.
The thief could be miles away by then.
Don't you worry about that, miss. Just don't try to leave.
It was too much of a coincidence that Roubillet showed up and the stone promptly disappeared. I didn't have time for their crack security team to finish their tea. I had to get after him.
I'll just be pocketing this little key.
The key unlocked the case. It was an obsidian dagger, thin and razor sharp.
Don't make Nico cut you up.
Perhaps I'm a Philistine, but old vases bore me. Bonjour. I wonder if you could help me. What's so funny? Oh, never mind.
Better get my key back.
I locked the case again and took the key. The cabinet was locked. The key didn't fit this lock.
Oh, of course not.
There was nothing I wanted to do with the statue except find out where he bought his hat. Très chic. I wanted nothing to do with that statue. It made me nervous somehow.
Looks like a big Buddha.
Don't you think it's suspicious that Oublier has urgent business at the docks?
Not in the slightest, young lady. He's gone to oversee the unloading of cargo. An exhibition of Mayan sculpture on loan from Mexico City.
What's the name of the ship?
The Xibalba Princess. Moored down by Tower Bridge. Why do you ask?
Just wondering. Look at this. The thief left this key in the cabinet.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That makes the theft an inside job, right?
Oh dear.
In other words, the thief was Professor Oublier.
Well, let's leave that for the police to decide, shall we? I better phone them right away. Hello?
I knew I had nothing to worry about if the police were called.
Yes, I'll hold.
But I had to catch up with Oublier, and fast. I levered the handle open with the thin dagger.
Peace out. Meanwhile, back in the Caribbean.
The room had been decorated to resemble the interior of a sailing ship. It was disturbingly effective.
We're back with George. George now?
Surprise!
What the fuck? What you doing inside that chest, you little twat?
What the? Who are you?
I'm Emily.
What were you doing in there, Emily?
Hiding. What are you doing here?
Grown-up stuff.
Grown-ups? Pfft, I'm never gonna grow up, I'm not. You shouldn't be here. What's your name?
I'm George.
Pleased to meet you, Jaws.
George.
Jaws,
Jeez.
make your mind up.
Or I could just punch you in your little face.
What can you tell me about Captain Ketch?
That's him on the wall, in the picture.
Yeah? Boy, that's interesting.
He was a sailor captain. This is his house.
Why don't you go play with Rio?
I'm not allowed.
How come?
'Cause Aunt Frost says I'm not allowed out of the house. That's why, Mr. Nosy Beak.
Too bad. Why don't you ask your other aunt if you can play with Rio?
Aunt Mina's cuckoo. Aunt Frost says so. She says when the Lord handed out common sense, Aunt Mina was off getting double portions of chin.
That Rio's a smart kid. He helped me outwit Bronson.
Rio is clever. He can spit ever so far.
Look, an ancient Mayan stone.
Is that a magic stone?
Well, I don't know about that.
No.
Would you like to play darts?
No?
Oh, come on. I'll throw, you catch.
That's dangerous. Darts will stick in me and make me bleed.
That's the whole point.
Do you know how to use a theodolite?
We don't learn anything about surveying at my school. Not until 5th grade.
Let's grab the quill from the desk.
That might come in useful. In ticklish situations.
Yes. We can tickle the little girl.
What you doing, Jaws?
I'm just borrowing this feather, that's all.
Why?
I might be able to make use of it.
You gonna steal it? That's bad. I'm gonna tell on you.
No, don't do that.
Why not?
Well, because I'm not stealing, just borrowing.
Get back in your chest.
Captain Frederick Ketch, 1570. Around his neck was a cross. Maybe he was a part-time pirate. The portrait might have made a nice souvenir, but it was too large to carry.
And that would be stealing, George. And Emily would tell on you.
Why don't you run along and play?
Aunt Mina told me. Stay out of mischief.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stay indoors, does it? On a beautiful day like today?
There's a storm coming.
Oh, nuts. You don't know that.
I do so. I can see the whole world from the window.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm busy. That cross you're wearing, Emily,
It's my lucky Jesus cross.
it's just like the one Captain Ketch wore.
Uh-huh.
Can I borrow it?
Uh-uh.
What would you trade for that cross, Emily?
A puppy.
Well, I don't happen to have a puppy in my pocket right now. Can you think of anything else you'd trade?
Don't know.
I can trade you a punch in the face.
The cat made short work of the feather, tearing it into a blizzard of small pieces.
That's one mean pussy.
The quill had been torn into small pieces.
Uh-oh. Little girl's gonna be pissed and rat me out for sure now. Let's go talk to little Rio.
I couldn't see why Rio would want the shredded quill. What do you give to a small, irritating girl who asks about everything?
Try a conch. Delicate colors, interesting shape, and when you put it to your ear, you can hear the sea.
Yeah, why's that?
Usually because you're standing next to it.
Cool. Have you got one?
Yeah, but I promised it to my sister. She well vexed with me.
Why is your sister mad with you?
Well, last night when I got home with our supper, she went wild. Rio, she said, how come all you ever catch is puffer fish? A sicker puffer fish. What I want is tiger fish. So don't bother come back home till you catch one, boy. I don't see how I'm gonna catch no tiger fish. All I have is a fishing pole and a worm.
What do you need to catch a tiger fish?
One of them real fancy flies like the rich fishermen use.
Hey, this is just what you need to make a fly.
Thanks. Let's hope them tiger fish hungry. A deal's a deal. Here's a conch.
And he who holds the conch would be able to speak.
Here, I've got a conch. Would you like it?
Dunno. Aunt Frost told me never to take presents from strange men.
I'm not a strange man.
Then why are you called Jaws, Jaws? That's a stupid name.
I'm not called... Look, conch, pretty. Swap for the cross, yes or no? Right, this thing's going out the window.
Okay, we'll do swapsies.
You just got robbed, bitch. And I'm stealing this lantern.
Holding that lantern, I felt kinda biblical. Like Jesus or Florence Nightingale.
You got issues, George.
The lantern fitted so precisely in the inkwell, it could only be deliberate.
What you doing now, Jaws?
Knock it off, will ya? There's something you want to know. I don't buy cute or lost puppy. I've put the lantern in the inkwell. See? It fits.
Why?
Because it was cut to fit.
Why?
Because sneaky old Captain Ketch made it that way.
Why?
What is with all the questions?
'Cause I'm interested.
Why?
'Cause I have the insatiable curiosity of the young.
Why?
All right, truce.
That's called fighting fire with fire.
Okay. I've had my hands on an historical document. Now what?
Put it on the historical table. Using the historical lantern, we'll be able to get historical shit from it.
The chart fitted exactly into the recess on the top of the desk.
What you doing now?
Oh my god.
Grown-up stuff.
I doubt that.
I'm putting this old map on the desk
What you doing that for, Jaws?
because it was obviously intended to fit in this recessed area.
How'd you work that out?
It's obvious.
And finally put the cross on the pen holder.
Ketch's cross slipped snugly into the pen holder.
Oh, Jesus.
Before you ask, I've put your cross in this little hole in the desk.
Why?
Impulse mainly, with a dash of irrational intuition.
Silly. Only women have intuition.
The lantern cast a strong light over the desktop. The light cast a shadow of the cross. And the shadow fell precisely over a small, unnamed island shaped like a skull.
Uh-huh. Skull Island.
That must be it. Ketch's Treasure Island.
Uh-oh. That's Zombie Island. It's a bad place.
No kidding? Well, bad place or not, that's my next port of call.
Can I come too?
The hell you can.
I never get to leave the house.
And for the umpteenth time, let's talk to Rio. Our favorite little black fisher boy. Who probably can't swim.
Would you take me to, Zombie Island?
In this weather? You're mad, man.
The rain will keep the zombies indoors. Just say I did meet a zombie. What would you do?
There ain't no zombies on Zombie Island. At least, not anymore. It's uninhabited.
Good. What do you mean, not anymore?
You still want to go?
I guess.
Well, I ain't had no luck with them tiger fish. And with the mood my sister is in, I'll be safer with the zombies.
Zombie Island, here we come.
So, this was Zombie Island. Somehow I'd been expecting something more sinister.
Come on, Rio. Let's find that treasure.
No, thanks. I'm staying right here.
Oh, come on. You said yourself there's no zombies left.
Yeah, but that was while there was a big pile of seawater between me and this place. All me have now is this little bit between the boat and the shore, and I'm hanging on to it.
You puss.
Rio's boat was strewn with fishing nets and tackle. The cliff was steep, too steep to climb without handholds. And I couldn't find any. It was too high. I couldn't get up there.
Rio, let me borrow a net, man.
Could I borrow your net?
Yeah, man, no problem. You planning on catching some fish?
Nope. I'm after a big rock. Well, here I go. Wish me luck, Rio.
Good luck, George. Watch out for the walking dead.
I stumbled down dark stairwells for what seemed like forever, until suddenly I found myself, wow, in an abandoned London Underground station. This place must have been closed down decades ago. The machine needed to be fed a coin before it would operate.
Let's feed it a hair clip.
I pushed the hair clip into the slot, and whatever was stuck there disappeared into the machine.
Sweet. Free Coca-Cola.
I pulled out an old English penny.
Holy shit, is that all it costs?
An ancient bar of chocolate dropped into the tray at the bottom of the machine. And as a special bonus, the penny dropped through to the reject bucket.
Sweet. Got my rejected penny, and some ancient chocolate.
I pulled out an old English penny. I took the ancient bar of chocolate. The penny was too large to fit into the slot.
Weigh yourself, Nico.
I put the old penny into the slot, the needle twitched rustily, and the machine spat out a card. The weight was in imperial units. It meant nothing to me. The card also had my fortune on it. A family quarrel will turn out to your advantage.
Looks like you weigh 13 pounds. You need to eat something, bitch.
The date on the poster was before I was born. The blade of the dagger just fitted between the door and the soft wood frame. The door gave slightly, and then held firm. A latch lock stopped me getting into the cupboard. No. I remembered my student days when I regularly forgot my house keys. A wiggle with the thick cord between the frame and the lock, and the latch lifted.
All
The train
aboard!
was my ride out of there. I could worry about not having a ticket when I got to the docks.
Meanwhile, back in the Caribbean, or Caribbean, or Carbine. George is getting his daily exercise. Looks like we got two paths here, an upper path and a lower path. We'll head northward first, with Georgie Porgy. You never know when you might need some reeds.
As soon as I stooped to investigate the hole, its inhabitant disappeared into the darkness.
I'll get it out of there.
The end of the reed had been neatly bitten off. Now I knew what was living in there. A long-toothed, snarling, furry wild thing.
Stick your hand in there, George. I hate mosquitoes.
I was going round in circles.
let's take the lower path then. The hell is that?
The dart fitted snugly into the reed. Great. I was tooled up and dangerous.
I'll show you, you miniature elephant. Yeah. Shot you right in your little ass. Uh-oh. Alright, folks. That wraps it up for this video. We'll see you next time with more Broken Sword 2.